Hey, it's Soul with the World of Warcraft, and as you stare at Soladin trying to be a big boy and his big bad blimp, I want to talk about this big bad blimp and the Alliance version of this thing. So if you don't know already, the virtual ticket is now on sale, and with the virtual ticket comes like the whole goodie bag, or at least the option to buy the goodie bag, but at least as part of the virtual ticket package, you get a lot of the digital goods that all of us normal people that go to BlizzCon get. And in this case, for the first time in, shucks, 7-8 years or so, we finally get a mount, and in this case it's the blimp or the airship for the Alliance side. And I wanted to talk a little bit about this with regards to just what it means for the WoW economy. Now, I know that there's a lot of debate going on among players who are like, well, shoot, it's a $40 mount, or it's a $30 in euro dollar mount. You know, how dare Blizz, charge us this exorbitant price for a mount? And I know that the counter argument is the fact that, well, you're getting a lot more from that. You're getting to enjoy the BlizzCon experience, and you also get a whole bunch of other digital goods. That's totally fine. And this is a little bit different from the conversation that I had earlier when there was that one color changing kitty mount and pet that was released as a package. I had said that back then, it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, all you have to do is just, sell a couple of WoW tokens, make a little bit of gold, or so on and so forth, and then you can have this thing for your very own without having spent any actual money. Of course, someone else is paying for it, but that's beside the fact. You are fine, right? Which brings up today, or yesterday, now today. This has me a little bit concerned. Now, I'm totally fine with digital goods being available on the Battle.net shop with regards to, well, pretty much anything Blizzard related. I'm totally cool with using WoW as a vehicle to buy other stuff like Hearthstone decks or Overwatch loot boxes, or any of that sort of stuff. I'm totally fine with having bought that Necromancer pack for Diablo 3. But with the virtual ticket now on the store, like I said, I'm a little bit concerned. I don't know, it's like, the virtual ticket isn't exactly gameplay related stuff. It's not something that you play, it's just something that you get. And of course with it you get a mount, and it's like really cool and it's awesome, okay, what do you do? But the fact of the matter is, Blizzard can put whatever the hell they want on that shop. So that's why I'm limited to being just concerned about this with regards to how this interacts with the WoW economy. Now, I'm taking a look at the WoW Token website right now, and I'm looking at pretty much right when the announcement was made with regards to the Interceptor and the Alliance mount. The price of the WoW Token totally shot up, at least on US realms, from 150,000 gold, and it peaked about 9 hours later at about 191,000 gold, which is quite a big jump. Of course, on European realms, it's a much bigger jump, although curiously enough, on Taiwanese and Chinese realms, there was, well, people didn't really give a shit about it. So my concern lies with how easily this market can be kind of manipulated by Blizzard announcements. When this WoW token first came out and the prices were where they were at, I knew that the prices were gonna start going up eventually. I didn't think that they would go up this high, but I knew that they were going to go up eventually, mostly because there were a lot of players that were just kind of sitting on their gold. Remember, this was back in the Warlords of Draenor days, where there just wasn't a lot of stuff to spend gold on. Gold circulation is probably at an all-time high right now, and it's probably going to get even, well, worse as soon as we get to BlizzCon and we see announcements about new things that are coming out. So I know I'm trying to get to a point, so I'll just kind of cut to the chase, and I'll just voice some concern and maybe my skepticism as to whether or not having the virtual ticket be available in the Battle.net shop. On one hand, it makes sense. From the looks of it, chances are virtual ticket sales are going to be much higher than they were normally, thanks to the WoW token system. At the same time, I'm concerned for the economy. There are a number of players who just don't give a damn about the virtual ticket altogether, and they just want to, play the game and do their own thing. And at the same time, they do want to participate in the WoW token system far enough that they just want to play WoW for free. But now it's going to become a lot harder. Not only do they have to keep track of their gold intake, but they also need to take a look at announcements that's coming from Blizzard, because thanks to the new token to balance exchange, there are a lot more players in this whole WoW token market scheme. And with other in-game systems in place, and I'm mostly talking about the gold that's generated relatively cheaply from our order halls, I'm just wondering just how much worse this sort of inflation can possibly get. So I'm sure a lot of people that bought this mount, and an FYI, I'm just going to BlizzCon, that's how I got my mount. But when it comes to something like this, like I said, I'm a little bit concerned. As for you, feel free to share your thoughts, and otherwise, stay breezy.